Mike Stone, who runs a 4.7 40 and is already on as a scholarship to BC. So they've got some speed. So when you look at the defensive backs for Medfield, when you look at Bedosian, McClay, they're going to have their hands full. But if they can keep them in front, make them drive the field, hopefully make some mistakes, that's going to be key. So bend, don't break. And then finally, got to keep it clean. This is a game where if they're turnovers or penalties that are going to stop a drive for Medfield or are going to keep a drive going for Holliston, they're going to pay the price. So I'd say those are the three keys for me, Pete.
Well, Jerry, it looks like we're just about ready. Holliston is going to receive the kickoff. It looks like Medfield is pumped up out there. They're doing their jumping jack thing to start the game off. There are a big crowd here for homecoming. It was nice to see all the school spirit and see all the students come down here to support their team. I think we're just about ready for the national anthem.
And the 110th season of Medfield High School football. Tonight's homecoming game features the Warriors of Medfield High School against the Panthers of Holliston. I would like to ask everyone at this time to please stand and join Doug Olson and the Medfield High School Marching Band in our national anthem.
Well, that was a rousing rendition of our national anthem, and it looks like we're just about ready for some football. Once again, it is homecoming. I've never seen so many people here. This is, without a doubt, the biggest turnout of the year, and glad to see it.
Yeah, Peter, these are, as we talked about, two very talented teams. Just quickly, Holliston, I think some names we're going to be calling tonight. Matt Bellamo, over 1,300 yards rushing, 13 TDs year to date. Matt Edwards, a scholarship to UConn. He's mostly lead blocker, but he does have 4 TDs, 3 of them receiving. Mike Stone, a 6'6", 230-pound tight end, already with a scholarship to BC, and their quarterback, Grady Capabianco, 7 TD passes. He's also their place kicker. He has 3 field goals and 16 extra points this year.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a very exciting game here. Medfield is just about ready to kick off. Homecoming 2007. Holliston has a nice contingent on the other side. And here we go. Kick bouncing right down the middle. Holliston has trouble picking it up at the 20. He's taken down about the 22-yard line. Nice hit there right off the bat. That looked to be maybe Michael Stanton on their initial hit.
Well, Peter, squib kick, and had some troubles picking it up. Edwards and the Medfield defense kick cover team absolutely stoned him.
Yeah, they did a nice job there on the kick. And here we come. The Panthers come out in their spread offense, lone back in the backfield. Got 3 receivers in the pattern. He's going straight back to pass. He's going to keep it himself. He's looking down the right. Man open on the sideline down to about the 40. He's knocked out of bounds about the 45-yard line. That's Matt Belomo. We will be hearing a lot of his name tonight.
Well, the initial coverage on that, Pete, was good. They forced him out of the pocket. It looks like there's a penalty.
That's in the area of holding, Jerry. But you're right. He did have the quarterback there did have time, Capabianco, to get back, set up, take a good look, and the defensive secondary had them covered, and he had to go with the short man in the flat.
Brings the ball back to about the 11.
Pete, they did flush him from the pocket, and I think part of the reason he was able to get out of the pocket and make that throw was the hold.
Bianco set.
Ball's back about the 12-yard line. Bianco shovels it to the left to Belomo, who gets back up close to the 20-yard line, picked up most of that penalty right there. Very nice to see all these banners down in front of us, too.
We talked about this as one of the things that we would see from Holliston, the hurry up, the no huddle, trying to dictate the tempo of the game and keep it fast-paced.
This is something Medfield hasn't seen a whole lot of this year. Capabianco hands off in the backfield, and he's taken down immediately. Nice penetration in the backfield there.
One of the things we're going to have to look at, Pete, and I think it's one of Medfield's strengths. They've got an attacking defense. They're fast, they're athletic, and they're well coached. If they can cut down the cutback lanes and make sure that Holliston has to work for every yard here, they can contain them.
Looks like about a 3rd and 15 here. Capabiano. It goes off to Belomo. He's hemmed in around the 20 and knocked down. Well short of the first down. It's going to bring up a 4th down for the Panthers, and it looks like they're going to have to punt.
Yeah, outstanding job by Medfield keeping them in front. They knew that they had to get at least 13 yards to pick up that first down. More than happy to let them dump it off. Quick option, let them run a few yards, but was nowhere close to picking up that first down.
Well, looks like Harry Bedozian standing back about his own 45-yard line. Bad punt comes out of bounds. It's on the Panther side of the field. The Warriors are going to take over about the 37 or 8-yard line. Tremendous field position, just what they were hoping for, able to come up with a defensive stop and get the ball back in Holliston territory. They're going to mark that ball about the 36-yard line, where the Warriors are going to take over behind the arm of Luke Swain.
Pete, I'm not sure the camera's going to capture how horrific a kick that was.
That was a terrible ball, went right off the side of his foot. Medfield comes out in their diesel offense with Bedozian and Donnelly in the backfield with Peter Goomis. Head up goes to Bedozian, fly blocker. He's got some room on the left. He's going to go in. He's in for the touchdown on the first play from scrimmage. Harry Bedozian following his blockers puts Medfield up 6-0 at 9-minute mark in the first quarter.
Well, Pete, that opened up perfectly. That was an outstanding play. Bedozian has really come on in the second half of this season as one of the more dependable runners for them.
Oh, was that a penalty?
Must have called him out of bounds.
Line.
This is the disadvantage of not having the instant replay. We can't go down the line there.
Well, Harry Bedozian read his blockers and worked right through it. Did a beautiful job. Looks like 2nd down, 9 to go. The ball's on the 15-yard line. Donnelly and Bedozian and Goomis in the backfield. Swain pitches it to Donnelly. He's got some room running right. Plows it down inside the 10-yard line.
Going for the tough yardage there with Donnelly. Bedozian has the change-up with the speed and the slashing kind of running style. Donnelly has the power and the size to take it up and force it.
Well, Harry likes running behind Big Kevin Sewell, number 77, sophomore lineman. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 from about the 10-yard line. Diesel offense, right about the middle of the field. Swain hands out to Bedozian. He's going left again. He's still fighting his way. Oh, he loses the ball. That ball came loose about the 10-yard line and picked up by Matt Belomo. What a turn of events there for the Warriors. That's too bad.
Well, Pete, he was struggling to try to pick up the extra yardage for the first down. He had picked up a couple. He still had a few more to go, and that extra effort unfortunately led to him popping it right in the hands of Belomo.
Absolutely. He was fighting for that extra yardage. Well, Holliston's got a long field to work with here. They're at their own 20-yard line where they're going to have 1st and 10. Medfield defense held them in the first possession. No first downs. It's 4 and out, 3 and out. Now Holliston is setting up at their own 20-yard line. Capabianco in the shotgun. Options left to Matt Belomo. He's getting around the left side. He's got some running room, running down the left sideline. He's out of bounds, back about the 40. That was a quarterback option there to Matt Belomo. Just flipped it off with his left.
Well, Pete, Belomo is clearly they're going to have to stay at home on the outside and force him back in.
Capiano goes backhand, it goes to Belomo. He's running right. He's dragged down there about the 40-yard line by Mike Welch. Captain Mike Welch on the tackle. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 6. The ball's about the 42-yard line of Holliston. Under center now, Capiano calling signals. There's illegal motion on Holliston. That should set him back at 5 yards. Trying to sort this out on the field, but it's obviously a legal procedure. It's illegal procedure.
Legal procedure against the Panthers.
It's interesting how Medfield's playing this. They only had 2 down linemen there, and they were floating their linebackers and trying to get some pressure, pick a hole and try to do a run blitz there. Now they're back to their 4-4.
Okay, we've got the spread offense once again. There's 4 receivers out there. Capabianco in the shotgun. He's quarterback option once again to the left. He's got around the outside. He is quick. Makes a nice cut. Drag down there at midfield. Ball's on the ground. Ball was definitely on the ground there. Gotta figure this out. The ball's up around the 50-yard line. Holliston fans are cheering. They must have kept possession on that particular play. But, Jerry, you're right. He's pretty quick going around the outside.
Well, this is going to test their discipline. You know, the quarterback coming up for Medfield has to force him inside. They can't let him get outside on the edge on that option play. That's the second time they've run it, and he is a fast back. So if he gets outside, he's creating his own running room.
Frighteningly fast. Under center this time. Handoff goes to Belomo right up the middle. He is hit by a wave of Medfield tacklers. Mike Welsh right there in the middle. Andre Abahala haul him down. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 50-yard line. It's interesting that Medfield really hasn't played a no-huddle offense like this before.
Well, and again, you know, Pete, the key is going to be to keep them inside. You're seeing that when they're forcing him inside, he doesn't like, you know, he likes to be in the open spaces. So they've got to contain when he gets to the outside.
And it goes to Matt Belomo. He's deep in his own backfield.
Outstanding job of team defense there. They forced him inside. He tried to cut it outside, and he was stuffed.
Nice job by Medfield. Actually, a loss of a couple on the play. They really play big inside, Jerry, as you were just saying. Led by Andrew Collins and Mike Welsh. James Thomas in there on the defensive line doing a nice job.
And Mike Welsh did an outstanding job there of cutting him back inside.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 12. Now we got a Medfield timeout. No score yet at 5:12 left here in the first quarter.
Just a reminder, the boosters
For more football talk, be sure to check out Inside Medfield Football, which airs Wednesday nights right after the game. That's Channel 8 for Comcast subscribers and Channel 47 for Verizon.
Again, the boosters that don't help the athletic programs.
To request game copies, please contact Jason Daniels at 359-7521.
It's been interesting so far, Pete. The one pass play which led to the holding. Other than that, it's been a ground attack by Holliston and a whole lot of Belomo so far.
Well, I expect we're going to see a whole lot of that, Jerry. Last year, he rushed for 1,300 yards. This year, he's at 1,100 already here in Game 7. He's a frightening back. He's very quick around the outside there.
Well, that option, I mean, again, they're coming down hard on Capabianco. They've got to make sure that they're containing him on the outside here.
As I said, 3rd and 12 from about the 48-yard line. Capabianco calling signals under center. Spread formation. He's looking down the center of the field. That ball's complete right up about the 40-yard line. That was good to Jonathan Musavo, wide receiver, senior, 6'2", Musavo. Hope I'm saying that right. But it is going to be a Holliston first down. As they continue to move the ball. They started off and they were about their own 20. And they moved to the Medfield 40.
6 plays so far in this drive, Pete.
Capabianco options to the Belomo again. He's running right, and he's forced out of bounds about the 45-yard line. Pick up a 4 or 5. But, Matt Belomo's averaging 10 yards a carry on the young season so far. Well, young season, we're halfway through the season, but...
No, he comes as advertised. He's an extremely fast back, and they've run that option on a number of occasions so far to get him on the outside.
They're bringing up a 2nd and 5 from the 35-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side. Belomo's going to throw it. His man's wide open. And that ball falls harmlessly incomplete. Excellent coverage here in the secondary. That was Drew Donnelly broke that ball up.
Donnelly read that perfectly. He was deeper, came up and made a good hit.
Looks like Mark Hostovsky limping off the field. He was back there in coverage with Drew Donnelly. But it's going to bring up a 2nd and 5 from the 35-yard line. Could sort of see that one setting up, Jerry.
Yeah, they've gone to that a couple of times, and he was setting up deep, and it looked like he wasn't running. He didn't have that burst of speed you were expecting.
Capabianco shakes the first tackler. Abahala had him right in the backfield, but was unable to bring him down. Capabianco was able to move that ball up. Brings up a 4th and 5 from Medfield's 35-yard line.
It's a big play. You don't want to, early in the game, you don't want to make too much out of it. There's a lot of football left to play, but this has been a long drive so far. They've moved the ball. If Medfield can make a stop here, force the turnover, be a big play.
Belomo's going to option to his left. And he's going to get the first down. That's Matt Edwards going around the left side, and he got just enough to pick up that first down on 4th down.
Looked like Bedozian came up to make the tackle in the backfield, and he just slipped it.
Well, Medfield's defense is bending here just a little bit. Looks like the ball's marked on the 27-yard line. Capabianco under center. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. Medfield defense jumping. Head up goes to Belomo. He's going right up the middle. He's going to get hauled down there, but James Thomas, nice job by Mr. Thomas. Hauled him down for a very short gain.
You might have actually even lost 2. Pete, that's the aggressive surging defense that we've seen so far this year for Medfield. That's kept them. Right now, they're averaging 7 points a game on defense. Keeping the opposing team to 7 points a game in the TVL.
Brings up a 2nd and 11 from the 31-yard line or so. Capabianco, ball's on the ground. Oh, the ball's still on the ground. I mean, it looks like Medfield ball.
Looks like Medfield recovered.
could not handle the snap from center. That ball was loose for a minute, but Medfield fell on it. Get that number. That's Andre Abahala with the fumble recovery. Medfield's going to take over 1st and 10.
Pete, an outstanding play. It looked like Holliston was in trouble from the beginning there. Capabianco fumbled the snap, the shotgun snap back to him, and Medfield was opportunistic in picking it up.
Ball's on the 33-yard line, and the crowd is doing the Warrior chant. Hand up comes to Drew Donnelly. He's running this way around the edge. Nice cut there. Gets up over the 40-yard line. Nice pickup just shy of the 1st down. And now Medfield just wants to run this diesel offense all day long. Just take up the 3 to 4 yards every carry. Keep this Holliston offense off the field.
Yeah, this one they look like they were able to pick up 8.
Yep, it was a nice pickup by Donnelly on 1st down. Brings up a 2nd and a long 1 from the 41-yard line. Bedozian on this side. Donnelly on the other side. Hand goes to Harry Bedozian going to his right. Could not get around the corner. He's going to lose a couple on that carry.
Pete, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense packing. They have 10 bodies within 5 yards of the line. The way they've decided to defense this is, other than their safety who's about 7 yards off the line, they have 10 bodies packed in, which is going to set up, I think, some trickery.
I don't want to say, but we've seen a couple new passes in practice here the last 2 weeks. They want to make this diesel a little more versatile. It's 3rd and 4. Handoff goes right up the middle. That's Luke Swain, kept it himself.
No gain on the play.
Virtually no gain. It's going to bring up a 4th and 4 from the 39-yard line. Abahal is on the field. He is the punter. As Swain.
It's a shame. It started off with a nice pickup by Donnelly, and they really couldn't capitalize. I think at some point, this overloading to take care of the diesel is going to come back to bite Holliston. There's some plays there on the field for him.
Abahali's got the kick, gets a kick away, lands about the 40, rolls to about close to the 30-yard line. Nice job there by Andre Abahal to get that ball away. And it's going to be Panther ball with 1:16 left here in the 1st quarter. To remind you, you're watching Medfield TV, Medfield Warrior football.
So hopefully, Pete, the Medfield defense, probably could have used a little bit more of a breather with the offense picking up a couple of 1st downs.
Absolutely. And here comes Holliston, their spread formation. 4 receivers in the pattern. Capabianco back to pass. It's under pressure, and down he goes. He flips that ball away.
They're calling him in the grass. They're calling him down. Outstanding pass rush. They came with the pressure, Pete. And Capabianco's knee touched. They called him in the grass.
Yes, there was excellent pressure that time. He was hit twice before he threw that ball off. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10, 2nd and 20 from the 30-yard line. Capabianco straight back to pass. He's looking down the middle. That's complete up to about the 35-yard line. Pickup of about 12, but they need 20. Should be about a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7 here. The ball's about the 32-yard line. 30 seconds left here in the 1st quarter.
Well, we know what weapon Capabianco wants to use. So far, that's his 3rd pass to Masabu.
Straight back to pass. He's looking down the middle. Oh, nice job. Knocked down there by Mike Welsh. Knocked that ball down. Excellent job there by Mike Welsh to be out in space and get his hands up.
Well, we're seeing the Medfield defense do what they do well. And right now, what they're doing well is pressure. They're bringing it from all angles, and that's definitely disrupting the passing game.
Interesting. Drew Donnelly back to return the punt. Nice grab there by Jake Kramer.
Hopefully that's an omen, Pete.
Yes. So Medfield's taken over on their own 37-yard line. 11 seconds left here in the quarter. Bedosian on the far side. Drew Donnelly behind him. Peter Goomis in the pattern. Here goes to Donnelly right up the middle to the 45.
There's a flag down, though.
Yep, there's a flag on the field. That's right where they call holding.
Flag on the play against the Warriors.
Are you going to let them direct? You're going to have them do what?
That's tough, Pete. This is a team where, we talked about it as one of the keys. Turnovers, penalties. You get a big drive. You're starting to move the ball. These kind of penalties are going to hurt.
And we've seen the turnovers already by both these teams so far. Time for one play left here. Oh, no time left for the first quarter. So after one quarter of play, it's Medfield nothing, Holliston nothing, and we're ready for some more action here.
So as we're looking at Pete, right now, looks like Medfield's given up about 60 yards on the ground, 25 yards passing, but the most important, there's nothing on the scoreboard right now.
You're absolutely right.
Medfield hasn't passed yet. They've run the diesel every single time. They're about 36 yards of total rushing. But I think so far this game is everything we thought it would be. Two very competitive teams. Holliston proving to be every bit as fast as Build.
Yeah.
And pretty much it's been the Belomo and the Jonathan Masavu show so far on who they're going to be relying to. We haven't seen too many other players other than Capobianco, the quarterback, touch the ball.
Exactly. Well, we were expecting a very tough game, but I do believe these teams are quite evenly matched.
And you'd also have to say, Pete, at what point is Medfield going to, the philosophy of holding onto the ball, moving it, as long as they can do that, then the diesel makes sense.
Well, you're right. They got to move the chains and move the clock. Head up goes to Donnelly. He's running left. He's going up the middle. Nice pickup on first down. Jerry, he's very apt to get a big pickup on first down, and Drew Donnelly just did it again, picking up about 10.
And Donnelly has that combination of force and speed, and so he can hit the hole quickly, and he can drag someone 5 or 6 yards, and that's a rare combination.
Ball's about the 27-yard line. Donnelly on the far side, Swain in the shotgun. Head up goes right up the middle.
To Bedosian, it looks like.
Yes, that was Harry Bedosian slicing up over the guards.
It's like about a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, I'd say 3rd and 6 as well. Ball's about the 41-yard line from Medfield. Diesel offense, Bedosian this side, Donnelly the other side. Peter Goomis in the backfield, the fullback. Swain goes back to pass to Goomis. It's complete. He reads his blocker. Nice move. Gets the ball up or over the 45-yard line. It's got a.
Holliston had that well covered.
Yes. Abahala back in the game, back in punt formation. You want to make sure you get the punter. Further back out further.
Okay, now get it quickly.
Abahala gets it away. Fair catch signal. Fair catch about the 20-yard line. That's where the Panthers are going to take over.
Almost a 40-yard punt there, Pete.
Beautiful job by Andre Abahala. He's done a nice job punting all year long. Plays on the defensive ends. Sometimes he plays offensive receiver as well. Very versatile kid. Okay, it's a 1st and 10, about the 20-yard line. Hands off right. Oh, he's shot through the middle. Nice job there. That looked like Chris Ripp with the first hit there.
Chris Ripp there on the tackle.
And Holliston back to the line of scrimmage already. They do not fool around.
Brings up the 2nd and 13. On the Panther 17.
You know, the one thing, Pete, I'll wait until after this play.
Capabianco keeps it himself, and he is smothered under a sea of blue shirts.
Looked like they were trying to set up a draw play there, Pete, out of the shotgun. I don't think the middle's working for Holliston.
No, I'd say not. I'd say not. But you can't run outside in every play.
You know, Medfield's speed, their aggressiveness, when they're spreading them out like this, that leaves them vulnerable to be able to blitz, to come through the gaps, and that's what Medfield's doing. Looks like a trick play. It looks like he's going to pass.
Oh, way back in the backfield.
Outstanding
Excellent
coverage.
job.
Pete, if you look at it, Bedosian, McClay, they were back there. I think it was going to be a pass, and he was absolutely covered. They had one receiver downfield, and there were 3 Medfield shirts down there. Great job of defense.
And the first hit was made by Jake Kramer. Took him down. Holliston's going to be punting from their own end zone. Snap got it. Gets away. A really nice kick. It's coming down to Jake Kramer on about his own 50. He's got some room right at the middle. Rides the seam up to the 35-yard line. Boy, these teams really are very evenly matched. Much more so than we had anticipated coming in.
Well, Kramer did a great job of cutting up. He started outside and cut it right up. Outstanding return.
Nice seam up the middle. Nice job by Jake Kramer.
Starting at Holliston's 35. A great way to start this drive.
Oh, handoff. It goes to the first man through. Is that Peter Goomis? Tried to jump right over the linebackers.
Yeah, I'm not sure that he might have gotten the extra yard or so by jumping, but that's going to be sore tomorrow.
I'm mad. You can hear that hit up here, Jerry.
Yeah, it was. We have no cameras on the field, so when you can hear it up here, you know it's a hard hit.
The pickup of none. It's going to be, 2nd and 8, let's say.
Oh, first time they spread it.
Yep, Medfield spreading it here. They got 4 men in the pattern. Lone back in the backfield. Hit up goes. Oh, it's a draw. Is that Peter Goomis?
Yeah, it looks like it was Goomis.
Pete Goomis on the carry there. It's a draw play.
Well, Pete, there's no question there's going to be 4 down territory, so they really have 2 plays here to work with.
Yep. Ball's marked about the 35-yard line, 34-yard line.
39 Warriors.
Diesel formation. Swain pitches to Bedosian, hands to Darley. He's got a seat, puts his head down, and he is stopped and blown back by a wave of Panthers.
Looks like he might have picked up maybe a yard.
Yes, a long, long way here on 4th down, but I think Medfield's going to go for it. Swain's got the play. He brings it into the huddle. 4th and 7 from the 32-yard line. We're in the second quarter with no score.
Pete, I've never seen a defense that has packed it in as much. At some point, there's got to be. I mean, you're looking at a Holliston defense that doesn't have a defender more than 5 yards from the line of scrimmage.
I see. There's 10 in the box, and Belomo's just a step behind them.
He's the bow on the box.
Yes.
Belomo is they got a 10 in the box, and then he's the stamp, the bow, whatever you want to call it, because he is. He might be 7 yards off the ball. Big 4th and 7 here.
Yes, this is a big play. Ball's about the 32-yard line. Swain under center. He goes straight back to pass.
You better get rid of it.
And he gets rid of it.
Oh.
He's looking for Drew Donnelly over there in the left flat, but didn't have time to really set his feet. There was pressure. They did a nice job to get that ball away and throw it where nobody could intercept it. So Holliston is going to take over on downs at the 32-yard line with 5:12 left here in the second quarter. It's the first time we've seen them in a huddle all night long. Must be. That's too bad Medfield wasn't able to move those chains a little bit longer.
Notice they got Edwards in the slot.
Bianco back to pass. He's throwing
Passing.
long down the right side. He
Overthrown.
overthrew everybody, and that receiver was wide open. Get a couple steps on the secondary. That was Matt Edwards. He just had a step or two on the secondary, but pass is a little long.
Well, the play action froze the defense. They overcommitted, and when you put about it looks like about 50 yards on the ground so far, that'll earn you the kind of respect that play action is going to get you to bite, especially on first down.
So that brings up a 2nd down and 10. Like to see midfield defense make a little noise here. Bianco back to pass again. It's going to his right. That pass was just tipped away there by the secondary.
Chris Warren,
number 24, got up there.
Chris read that all the way. He came up, read it perfectly. His timing on the jump was right on. Outstanding play by Chris Warren.
Okay, it's a 3rd and 10 from the 32-yard line. Holliston setting up. There's big number 82 on our side. That would be Stone. Bianco back to pass again. He's looking down the left sideline. He's got some room. Bedosian's there.
Oh, what a great play by Bedosian.
Harry Bedosian ripped that ball.
Stride for stride.
And then ripped the ball, which was a completion right out of the receiver's hands. An excellent, excellent play by the defense. That's the way you draw them up, Jerry. It's going to bring up a 4th and 10 from the 32-yard line. Holliston is in punt formation.
Can't say enough about Bedosian on that play. He read it perfectly. He timed the jump. It was going to be a dogfight. The only people we see in New England making a catch like that is Randy Moss.
There's another nice punt. Taken about the 38-yard by Jay Kramer. He's got some running room. Gets the ball up to about the 50-yard line where Medfield's going to take over with 4:36 left in the second quarter. Nice job by Kramer there to corral that one in. Very nice punt, too, by Holliston once again.
After the first end-over-end 10-yarder, he's had a couple of good punts, but Kramer has done a nice job of getting the ball into Panther territory. Field position battle has definitely changed.
Ball's at the 50-yard line. Midfield's in control. Swain's in a shotgun out of the diesel. This is something new. Swain's going to keep it himself right up the middle. Takes a heavy hit. Jerry, I'm almost wondering if they might have been thinking option on that play.
Yeah, I think unfortunately the timing of it got a little bit messed up because it looked like the snap came back and he wasn't expecting it where it was. So the timing of the option seemed to fall apart. He smartly kept it.
2nd and 9 from the 49. Holliston 49.
I'm telling you, Pete, I'm feeling a long play here. They have to open this up a little bit.
Handoff goes to Donnelly. He's running right. Puts his shoulder down. Gets up to about the 45-yard line. If they can keep picking up 4 yards a carry, I think Coach Slason's going to keep the ball right on the ground. That's the way he likes it.
Well, we know that one of the better ways to keep the potent Holliston offense off the field is by these kind of drives. Again, I just haven't seen in too many games, 10 or 11 people within 5 yards of the line. So at some point, that's going to open up some opportunities. I know I'm a broken record, but
3rd and 5 from the 45. Swain's going to call timeout. Doesn't like what he sees. There's 3 minutes and 11 seconds left here in the second quarter.
The Medfield High School Kings and Queens will be crowned first, followed by the cheerleaders and the marching band.
You know what we could do? We could trade his box
We can have the
for that ball.
I don't think
Queens
it
down in the
was
area in front
working
of the
fine
press
for
box.
like earlier, and then just stopped. You know?
So big 3rd and 5 here, Pete. And as you said, I think we're on this side of it. You know, I'm not sure it's going to be 2 plays, maybe a pooch punt if they don't pick this up, but we'll see. We'll see if they can convert this first down, keep the pressure on the Panthers.
Medfield's coming out with a wing T offense here. We got Donnelly and Bedosian on this side. They're right behind Pat McClay. Pitch goes to Goomis. He's running left. He's got a little room. He's to the first down marker and more.
That's a great call. Great run. The block that Donnelly threw on that to break him to the outside made that play. Goomis hit it. Outstanding call. You know, they've been packing it in. That's the kind of changeup, you know, getting it to the outside. Once they put Donnelly in motion, what a huge play.
Yeah, Peter Goomis came up really large there. And as you said, Jerry, nice block by Drew Donnelly to set him free for what, about a 20-plus yard carry?
Looks like a 26-yard.
It looked like 26 yards. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. No score here at this game. This Tri-Valley League contest, Clash of the Titans. And it goes to Donnelly, goes to Bedosian, and he is hauled down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the 6'6" frame of stone, and he was hit hard.
Yes.
That's a lot of stone on you.
Harry looks a little gimpy there. Took a little bit of a hit. He's kind of limps off the field. I think that's Peter Hostovsky went back into the backfield to take over for him. Oh, that's Max Zuccarini in the backfield. Look at that. That's a dead T offense. Swain in the shotgun. Oh, goes to Donnelly in the shotgun. He's going to read his blockers and keep on plowing ahead. That's an interesting formation. I think they call that a dead T, Jerry. Some people call it full house.
Well, it was more than a full house.
But that's something we haven't seen from Medfield so far this year. That was very interesting.
Obviously, you know, Holliston, again, you know, they've decided to deal with this packing in of the diesel in these tight formations by really compressing it. At some point outside, like they did with Goomis, those types of plays should open up.
This is wing T left with Peter Goomis in the backfield. There's a timeout on the field. As I said, there's a minute 18 left here in the first half, and the score is 0-0. Medfield with the ball, 3rd and 10 at the 23-yard line, and threatening. Well, we need a couple more first downs here, Jerry.
You know, time becomes a little bit of an issue, although they're going to start with the ball in the second half. So, you know, the positives you've seen in the first half here with Medfield, their defense, again, we said bend, don't break. They clearly have done that. They've been able to come up with the big plays. Some of the initial challenges on being able to match up downfield, they've made some outstanding plays. The secondary clearly has made the adjustments. And so, you know, defensively, check that off. Outstanding job. Offensively, you know, they're going to have to do something to be able to continue to keep moving the ball and keeping the pressure on here.
Well, Medfield has run very well to the left the last 3 weeks, well, including tonight. They're getting much better. They've been able to spring Bedosian a couple times running left. We saw that earlier here this evening. But I think maybe a short pass. Swain under center. It's wing T left. Peter Goomis in the backfield. Ball's on the 23-yard line. Handoff goes to Goomis. He gets hit.
No, he busted the tackle.
Nice job. And there's a...
Looks like a fumble. Pete busted it, and unfortunately...
Holliston comes up with a loose ball there with 1:11 left in the first half. That was a nice play fake there. I took the fake myself, and Goomis ran it right up the middle, and that ball came free.
Well, it's never a good time for a turnover, but again, since they're going to be starting with it in the second half, you would have liked to at least get in range to be able to kick a field goal or get some points on the board, but you know, moving the ball 85 yards here might be tough.
Bianco back in shotgun. He's going to throw down the right side. That's complete up around the 30-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. The ball is at the 28-yard line. Capiano's going to his right this time. And that ball's going to... Oh, you can see Drew Donnelly coming up. He was undercutting that route. I thought he was going to pick it off.
He came like a freight train there, Pete, and that receiver is going to be sore. Is that Stone?
He's not getting up, Jerry. It's going to be a timeout on the field. So I said the score is still 0-0 here, and less than a minute left in the first half.
I think that is Stone for the Panthers. Oh, no, it isn't. It's not Stone.
Matt
Okay.
Edwards, and he's walking off the field under his own power. It's good to see.
Donnelly had a nice read in there. Really from the get-go, came up aggressively.
Yes.
And laid a pretty mean hit on him.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 28-yard line. Got 4 receivers in the pattern, 1 back in the backfield, Copiano back. He's under pressure, firing down the left side, and that ball goes in and out of the hands of Jonathan Musavo. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Panthers.
Max Zuccarini was right there. He did a nice job of reading it. The way that the pattern released, the receiver went deep. They sent a receiver underneath, and Zuccarini was right there.
Nice job by Max in the play.
Holliston has to be careful here. The way that the Medfield defense is playing, they've got to be careful they don't turn the ball over here.
A quarterback option to Belomo. He's running to the outside. He gets knocked out of bounds on the far side.
Looks like he's out of bounds short.
Good call, Jerry. It looks like it's going to bring up a, 4th and 2? 4th and 2. The ball's going to be marked about the 37 or 8-yard line. Oh, excuse me, the 36-yard line. Yeah, it's a long 3. 43 seconds
This
left
is a
here.
gutsy call, going for it here. Yeah, if you're a Panther coach, I think you're thinking about this one. If they don't pick this up, you're giving Medfield inside the 40 an opportunity to come down and get some points on the board. And again, getting the ball to start the second half. This would be one real gutsy call. This would show a lot of faith in your offensive line and your running backs to be able to pick it up.
Well, so far, the Panther line has looked quite good. They're able to get that seal on the end and be able to spring their running backs. But when he's gone back to pass, he's got rid of the ball quickly. And there's been some pressure, but we haven't really got him yet.
Yeah, a couple sacks, early on, and some losses of yardage. But I'd have to say that those receivers, really where the work's being done is downfield. They're covered. You got to give credit to the secondary, Warren, Zuccarini, Badozi, and it looks like they are going to punt. Or
they're back
perhaps a fake.
Back at punt formation.
You definitely want to make sure that you're not giving up the fake on this.
Got Drew Donnelly back in punt return mode.
Nice kick.
Nice kick. Donnelly's going to take it about his own 30. Gets her out of the first couple of guys. Got some room. He's knocked out of bounds about the 48-yard line. Medfield's going to take over with 32 seconds left. Score is still tied.
That was about an 18-yard return. Donnelly taking it. Well, 32 seconds left. So if somewhere in there you got a 52-yard play, you probably like to run that in the next 32 seconds.
A couple weeks ago, Drew Donnelly around the right end, 52 yards for the touchdown. There's another timeout on the field. This one's on the Panthers.
31 seconds to the half.
Ball's marked at the 48-yard line of Medfield. They have 52 yards to go.
Medfield High School marching band.
Well, the game has gone as billed.
Yes,
Two
absolutely.
TVL powerhouses, speed, hitting, This is clearly the hardest hitting I've seen of the games that I've seen this year, that Medfield has played. There's some vicious hitting going on. These teams are ready to play.
That's a good point, Jerry. I'd go along with that, too. Okay, it's 1st and 10. Swain in shotgun formation. He's got some time. He's thrown down the middle, and it's complete.
He's going to go.
He breaks the tackle of the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Drew Donnelly goes in for a touchdown with 20
That's the
seconds left.
52-yard play, Pete, that we were talking about.
That was a tremendous play by the offensive line of Medfield to provide the protection.
Pete, they caught him with a blitz coming from the outside. Swain took his time, hit Donnelly in stride, made him miss one. Nice block downfield. I didn't see who picked up that block, but Donnelly read the block perfectly. An outstanding job.
Andrew Reinhardt come in for the point after. Hardest play in high school sports. There's a snap, the hold, the kick. It's up, and it is good. As Medfield takes a 7-0 lead with 20 seconds left. This is the Battle of the Titans. As I said earlier, Holliston comes in here undefeated in the Tri-Valley League and overall with a 7-0 record. Medfield with 1-6, having run off 6 consecutive victories. This is quite a battle.
Pete, I have to admit I'm a little bit surprised. Holliston there, continues, even in the spread formations, they had their cornerbacks and safeties still only about 6 or 7 yards deep, and with 52 seconds left, with 50 seconds left to play, 52 yards to go down the field, it was a little bit surprising in how tight they continued to play up, and Medfield took advantage of it.
Either that's a coaching mistake or a lack of respect, I think.
I think they feel they've got speed to match up with the receivers. And in this situation, springing Donnelly, that combination of his size and speed and their hands, right in stride, a really well-orchestrated play. Just, no doubt they're going to squib this, keep it on the ground, 20 seconds left. The last thing they want to see is a return back.
Absolutely. We've seen an awful lot of that, Jerry. Reinhardt's getting ready to kick this one off. Holliston seems to have a hands unit up front. I don't know what they're really thinking.
Well, they're thinking squib kick. They've got everyone up tight, and
here
this would be the time to boot it.
Reinhardt booms it to about the 15-yard line.
No,
he's still on his feet. He's got some room. That's Matt Palomo. He's running this side. He's got one man to beat.
There is a flag.
And he is knocked out of bounds. That was a great play right there by Andrew Reinhardt. The kicker knocked him out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. We'll just have to see. We're told it looks like it's going to be a legal procedure on Medfield on the kickoff. We'll just tack those 5 yards on after the run. It's going to be a Holliston first down. There's 10 seconds left here. Ball is marked at the 34-yard line.
Now, just to contrast it, you're looking at Medfield lining up 20 yards with their secondary off the line.
Capabianco.
Really into a prevent. Now you got 4 deep, 20 yards.
In the shotgun, he's rolling right. He's looking right. He's going to throw this one deep.
Capabianco was hammered.
He just fires that ball out of bounds.
Capabianco was buried in that play.
That's Big Mike Welsh. The captain really gave him a hit. There's 3 seconds left. We have time for one more play here in the first half. Medfield up 7-0, and as the crowd continues to swell down here to our right, down here to our left, this is a big, big crowd here for homecoming. Really great to see the people turning out for this one. Sees the Varian jackets in the crowd. Okay, we got one play here. 3 seconds left. Capabianco in shotgun formation. He's going to throw to the end zone. That's going to be
intercepted, knocked down. That's a smart play.
Very smart play. That was Chris Warren went up and took that ball and knocked it right back to the ground. So it really was quite a battle, Jerry.
Everything has been built. These are 2 teams that showed in the first half why they're undefeated in the TVL. Holliston, it looked like initially had some great running, some speed to the outside. Medfield was struggling to be able to contain. They made the adjustments. Holliston has gotten nothing up the middle. Nothing up the middle. Draws, it hasn't mattered. So Medfield's defense has been able to surge through the middle, get some pressure, and that's really forced, I think, Holliston become somewhat one-dimensional.
I think you could be right. That's very astute analysis. So after one half of play, Medfield 7, Holliston nothing.